Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today I've got for you this absolutely gorgeous Toyota Prius, and as always I'm going to do a quick walk around just so you can see the condition of the car, and then we're going to jump inside and I'm going to show you all the interior features and gizmos and gadgets and everything that this car comes with, because it is absolutely fully loaded. This is the Toyota Prius T-Spirit trim, finished in silver. It has a 1.8-liter petrol engine and it puts out 98 brake horsepower. It was first registered on the 13th of March 2012, and it has a valid MOT until the 8th of April 2025. In terms of road tax, it is zero. Nada, zilch. There's nothing to pay in road tax, which is absolutely perfect because it's very, very low running costs on this car. Insurance group is 16E, which again is very low on the insurance bracket, which again means that it's not going to break the bank to insure this thing, and it's very cheap to run as well. In terms of CO2 output, it puts out 92 grams per kilometer. So that's why, because it's below the 100 grams per kilometer, that's why it's a zero road tax. And in terms of fuel economy, well, this is where this car absolutely shines. So obviously everybody knows that Toyota Priuses are very, very fuel efficient, but how fuel efficient? So you can get about 70 miles per gallon around town and 74 miles per gallon on a motorway run with a combined fuel economy of 70 miles per gallon. This is absolutely phenomenal. It is a 1.8-liter petrol engine, obviously coupled with the electric motor as well, because it is a hybrid car. So you can get 70 miles per gallon, which is phenomenal. Has a top speed of 106 miles per hour and a 0 to 60 time of 10.4 seconds. So, okay, let's get the jokes out of the let's just get the jokes out of the way first. Priuses are slow, and no, it's not. They're not. They Priuses are not slow. It's just people that drive a Prius, they don't like to floor it because not the slower, but if you are, because you've got inside there, you've got like a whole computerized thing that shows you how to drive more fuel efficient. So Prius owners, which I was at some point, and I actually own a hybrid car made by, well, it's not Toyota, it's a Lexus, but it's a more expensive Toyota basically, and we don't drive slow because the car can't drive fast. We drive slow because we are driving fuel efficient. So yeah, it's not a slow car at all. So yeah, the car has just been serviced as well. But let me just show you a few things on the interior. So as you can see, the car is absolutely gorgeous inside. The seats are in really, really good condition. There's no tears or rips or anything like that. And it does come with a full leather interior, which again is it's a bonus. I do love the fact that they've used very soft touch materials on the places that you would touch, and they've used leather pretty much everywhere. As you can see, it does come with a JBL sound system, and it sounds absolutely phenomenal. That's just my microphone. I'm just showing you that I'm not hiding a big hole underneath that or anything. So yeah, they are absolutely brilliant. I absolutely love Priuses, because it's not Priuses, it's Prii, plural. I do also love the fact that it's got a dual glove box. So obviously you've got the main glove box here, where you have your owner's manual and the locking wheel nut. Then you've got another one at the top here where you can store some more stuff as well. So that is really, really nice. You've got plenty of storage, and you've got plenty of cubbies all around the cabin. Door pocket is fairly small. It's on a bit of the small side, but you can still fit a few things in there. But having a look at the rear, again, I do also love the fact that it comes with full tinted rear windows, and the rear window there is tinted as well. So that is great because that will keep all the rear passengers nice and cool if it's too sunny out there. But you've got perfect visibility outside of the window from inside the car, as you can see from that window there. Once again, I'm showing you the seats and how clean they are, and you can. It's not just that they're clean; that they're very, very good condition as well. So there's barely any wear anywhere on the car. So yeah. Also, this car, I am for 99.9% sure that it's never been used as a taxi. And the reason I'm saying that is because of the mileage. I'll show you what the mileage is. It's unbelievable. Um, it's got front and rear electric windows, of course, and you do have a armrest here with two cup holders for the passengers in the back. Right. Also, you do have these pockets on the back of the seats, so kids can store stuff like, I don't know, iPads, snacks, stuff like that. The alloys are in good condition. You do have a few little scuffs here and there, but nothing major, and it's nothing that you wouldn't expect from a car of this age. Right, coming around the back, you've got the Toyota writing here, then you've got a Toyota badge, and then you've got the Prius written down here with the Hybrid Synergy Drive logo down there. So to open the boot, you've got a little button just below the Toyota logo. Press on that and that lifts up. And you also have a backup camera as well. The boot is absolutely massive, especially for the size of the car. And you wouldn't think it because obviously it's got batteries as well, but the batteries are not in the way at all. Actually, the hybrid batteries are below the seats over there. So it doesn't eat in the boot at all. You can lift this up just like that, and then you get more storage underneath there as well. You got absolutely loads of storage. You get a nice little cubby down there as well, and then underneath this thing you have the battery, the 12-volt battery. Right. Underneath this, you also have your spare tire with everything that you need to change it if you ever need to change the tire. And let's just put this there. And you also have these lock knobs here, just like that, so you can lock it so it doesn't come up. But I mean, I don't really see the point of that. You might as well just leave it unlocked all the time. Right. You also get this parcel shelf, which slides into there, just like that. And that will just keep, again, your valuables hidden away from prying eyes. But it will be quite difficult for people to see inside the car anyway, because like I said, the windows are tinted and, well, you can't really see anything. Right, let's move over to the other side. So now we are behind the driver. Open it up, it's exactly the same thing as on the other side. So like I said, you do have rear electric windows as well. And once again, I'm showing you the seats, which are in absolutely fantastic condition. Absolutely fantastic condition. It does come with ISOFIX points, as you can see on there. So you can fit child seats in there, no problem. And this thing here, this is the vent for the battery. So this is how the batteries cool down. So air goes in there and then it just cools down the batteries. It's only on this side, it's not on the other side, as you can see. But yeah, this is very important not to get it covered, because otherwise the batteries could overheat and then you would have hybrid issues. Right, moving over to the driver's side. Again, doors are nice and wide opening, so it makes it very easy to get in and out of. Let's just pop the bonnet first. So you got the bonnet latch just over there, and let's have a look what's under the bonnet. Just lift it up from here, and then you can see that absolutely beautiful 1.8 liter petrol engine coupled with the electric motor, which is here. And then you've got that's your coolant over there. That's the coolant for the hybrid system. And you got hybrid synergy drive over there. And the car runs and drives absolutely beautiful. The only thing I did want to mention, because I always mention any defects, will probably be here. As you can see, it's got a few little scuffs, nothing major. I don't know if it was a case of hitting a curb or something like that, but yeah. And also that headlamp washer doesn't um, look the best, but that's just a cosmetic thing. It's absolutely fine. Right. I do love the fact that you've got HID headlamps, so you got absolutely fantastic visibility when you drive at night. But let's just jump inside to show you how the actual car looks like inside. Let me go this ultra wide. Look at that. So the design of the Prius, both on the exterior and the interior, is up for debate. Some people love it, some people absolutely hate it, and some people just don't mind it. I am the first one. I absolutely love it. It's very minimalistic. I think it's a massive step up from the Gen 3 Prius. Actually, I think this is the Gen 3 Prius. Gen 2? The previous Prius. Oh, previous Prius. Yeah. So the previous model of the Prius, I wasn't a big fan. Although that's the one that I had, I wasn't a big fan. I just think it didn't look particularly great. This one, they've improved it massively. The center console looks absolutely beautiful with this floating effect. So you've got a lot of space down there to store a lot of items. You do have a 12-volt socket in there as well. But the way this center console is laid out, I think is absolutely beautiful, and it's orientated towards the driver. As you can see, even the climate controls are orientated towards the driver, and it makes everything a lot easier to operate and to use. The steering wheel, nice and chunky, leather wrapped as well. And I do love the fact that it has a multifunction steering wheel, so you can control your volume up and down, mode. This is to select different radio stations, and then you've got your temperature up here. That's the display, the trip info, recirculate over there. That's your voice command, and that's your phone connectivity. It does come with cruise control as well. And to start it up, all you have to do is put your foot on the brake. You're going to have that little green light. If I take my foot off the brake, you can see that that green light goes away. So put your foot on the brake, green light comes on, press start, and then the car just comes to life, just like that. Now, I actually had the car on while I was taking pictures of it, and the battery just depleted. But it charges itself as you're driving. And it reaches all the way up to the top, no problems whatsoever. And then you can drive it around town. If you have a light right foot while pressing the accelerator, you can drive it purely on electric for about 2 miles, maybe, something like that. Obviously, it's not meant to drive. I think it's up to speeds of 30 miles an hour and up to 2 miles. But then that's perfect for driving around town. Anyway, we'll get to that in a second. Over here, you've got your indicator stalk with auto lights, and then over there, you've got your wipers, and it does have auto wipers as well. And then in there, you've got your main display. So right now, there's the fact that the handbrake is down and the fact that the door is open. So those are the two lights that are showing up on there. And then over there, you've got your energy monitor, and then that's the time, so it's 7:14 p.m. And then you've got the odometer. Look at that mileage, 73,458 miles. That is absolutely fantastic for a 2012 Toyota Prius with such a low mileage. Surely this car has never been a taxi in its life, because I invite you to have a look on Auto Trader. You can find these with 300, 350, 400,000 miles, and people still sell them for strong money. I'm like, what? No, that's too much. Anyway, over there you've got your speedometer, and then that bit there, that shows you your gear that you're engaging. So at the moment, you can see that it's in park, Then you got D for drive, N for neutral, R for reverse. And then over there, you've got your fuel consumption, your speedometer in there. And then over there, you've got your fuel gauge as well. That indicator where you see ready, that basically means that the car is ready to operate, so you can start it straight away. And then at the top, the flashing light is just to show you that I'm not wearing my seatbelt at the moment. Now, you can probably see the heads-up display. So the car comes with a heads-up display as well, which is absolutely phenomenal. I love driving with a heads-up display on because you can always see what your speed is without having to take your eyes off the road. So obviously right now it's set at my height. So right now it's like me looking straight out the window, so you can see the speed right down there. You don't have to take your eyes off the road to keep looking at the speed. So again, that is really, really nice. And I do love the fact that they've included a heads-up display. Actually, let me just show you another cool thing. So these buttons here are actually touch sensitive. So if you put your finger, you don't have to press it, you just have to rest your finger on it. You can see them showing up on there. And it lights up in orange, whichever one you touch. So right now I'm going to touch the display. And you can see it showing on there. Trip, that's the temperature up and down, recirculate. So you don't actually have to press it. So that's again really cool because you don't have to take your eyes off the road to look at the steering wheel of what button you're pressing. You can just, for example, you want to turn the music up, you can put your finger here and you can see that button is on. So you can just press it and then the volume will go up. So I'll turn it down for now because I don't want YouTube to strike my video. But I do love this touch sensitive buttons and how they show up on the display there. Really, really cool. I mean, this car is very, very futuristic. For the year, so this car came out in 2009. Obviously, this is a 2012 model, but this car came out in 2009. It had so many features that were ahead of its time. It's unbelievable. Over here, you've got your hood. So that's just short for head-up display. So if you press the head-up display button, you can get another. So there's two ways of showing this. So that is actually your eco bar. So basically, that bar down there will fluctuate from right to left depending on how quickly you're accelerating. And then you can press HUD again and that will just turn it off completely. So you can turn it off if you want to, but I always like to keep it on that. This button here, you can adjust the position of it, so you can actually move it higher and lower depending on your driving position. And then this one down here, that is for the intensity of the light, of the brightness. That is to change it from miles per hour to kilometers per hour if you want to. And then right now you can probably see that the engine started. So the engine is running, it's powering the electric motor, which is topping up the batteries. If the batteries get completely depleted like now, the engine will start and it will top up the batteries to always have battery in reserve. You can see on here is JBL Green Edge. Sound system is absolutely beautiful. Let's see if so yeah, the sound is absolutely beautiful. You can see the battery is already topping up, so it's up to 3 bars. But this will fill up a lot quicker as you're driving. So right now, it reached 3 bars. The engine stopped, so now the engine just turned off itself. Over here, you've got map. So it does come with sat nav as well. It's just loading the map. So you've got your sat nav over there. Then you've got setup here. So you've got general, Bluetooth, telephone, audio, vehicle. One cool thing is that this car actually has Bluetooth streaming as well. So it's not just for the telephone. You can actually stream music directly from the Bluetooth system, which again is great. Then car, this is showing you your energy monitor, and then you can go down to consumption as well, and it shows you your cruising range and the current consumption. Seek track media. So this is if you want to choose different radio stations. So you got AM, FM, Bluetooth, and disc there as well. Let's just leave it on sat nav. Moving down here, you've got your climate control. So climate control, this is very easy to operate. So you got your fan speed from here, front window defrost, rear window defrost. That is, it has a filter to purify the air that's coming from outside. So basically, you don't get all the toxic fumes. AC, this is where to choose the mode where you want the air to come out from. As you can see, they're switching between them. This is if you want to recirculate or just have fresh air coming from outside. Auto is a very nice feature. So you can set auto, let's say you set a temperature to 19 degrees, you press the auto and the car will keep it at 19 degrees. If it's too hot inside the car, it'll turn the cold air. If it's too cold, it'll turn the hot air, and so on. So it'll always keep it at that temperature. And this is where you select the actual temperature. So actually, wait, I think you need to, yeah. So right now it's set to high, but obviously you can go down 22 degrees, and then you can set to auto. And what that's going to do is basically it will start blowing cold air inside the car because hot air, because outside there's 17 degrees and I'm setting it to 22, so it will start blowing hot air to warm up the cabin up to 22 degrees. And that's just your off button. Over here you've got your gear shift, which is very interesting design. So if I put my foot on the brake, to get it into drive, all you do is you move this right and back, just like that, and it's beeping at me because the door is open, and it just says shift to P position. Okay, we're going to do that. And actually, I'm just going to show you. So I'm just going to close the door, just so you see that it doesn't do that normally. So if I put it into drive, now you can see in there, the car is in D, so it's in drive. Or you can just move it to the left like that, and that puts it in neutral, as you can see in there. Or you can just go up, and that will put it in reverse, as you can see on there. Sorry, focus, thank you. All right, and then you're also going to get your parking camera, your reversing camera in there as well, and it's beeping because it's in reverse. Right, I'm just going to put it into park now. So yeah, it's very easy to operate. And you also have B. B is for braking. So if you pull on this down like that, obviously it's not going to let me do it because A, my foot is not on the brake, and B, is not in D. So it's got to be in drive, and then you can just push this down, and then you'll put it into brake mode. Brake mode is basically, it's going to slow down the car more aggressively, if I can say that. So usually this car has a regen braking anyway, so when you take your foot off the accelerator, you can feel the car slowing down. But when you put it into B mode, it slows down quicker, so it regenerates more of that kinetic energy to put it back in the batteries. Over here you've got your 3 buttons at the top. So you got your power mode, eco mode, EV mode. So power mode is basically if you want to show people that the Prius is not a slow car. You can put it in power, put your foot down, and it will go. It will pick up speed. Not a lot of people, not a lot of Prius drivers would ever use power mode because driving a Prius is all about fuel economy, not about being the quickest off the line. Eco mode, again, it's really good. It makes the car more lethargic, if I can say that. It just slows down. So I think a lot of people drive on eco mode because, again, it cuts a lot of the power of the car, but it increases the fuel economy. So, and then obviously you've got EV mode as well. EV mode is when your batteries are fully topped up. You can press on EV mode and the car will stay on EV mode up to 30 miles an hour and up to a couple of miles. So it doesn't matter if you're a bit more aggressive on the accelerator, it will stay on EV, so you'll drive on batteries. But it's very important that you don't go past 30 miles an hour. And then you got your P for parking here, and then your hazard lights, which again is very nicely laid out. It's right next to your hand as you're keeping it here. Over here, you've got a cup holder, which obviously gets closed down by that little. I'm just gonna open the door. Okay, and then you've got another cup holder in here, and your armrest, which is nice and thick, opens up, and then in there you can probably see you've got another 12-volt socket and the USB port as well. So yeah, you've got two 12-volt sockets in here. So you've got one under there, and then you've got another one just down there as well. You do have a auto dimming rear view mirror. So if you've got somebody driving behind you with their high beams on, basically what's going to happen is the mirror will automatically dim itself, and that means that you're just not going to get dazzled by the lights behind you. Basically, it's a really nice feature, but the fact that you've got tinted windows, it will already take a lot of that light away. Moving over here, you do have a sunglass holder. As you can see, I do absolutely rate these. I love sunglass holders in cars. I think they're absolutely brilliant. And then you've got your interior lights, which work absolutely fine. But obviously you can turn that off. So right now it's turned on because it's set for the it's set for when the doors are open. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just wanted to show you another thing in there. So you can probably see in that screen. So you've got these buttons here. You've got this and trip. So let's start with the trip first. So if you look on there, trip, if I press the trip button, it's gonna show you, so trip A, trip B, 214 miles, 150 miles, so you need to refuel, and then odometer, trip A, and then it's just gonna keep cycling through that. Now, just go back to the odometer. If I press on the disc button, so you can see actually my finger is on the disc button, you can cycle through a few screens. So that is your energy monitor. This is your hybrid system indicator. So this is the one I was using more. And if I press on the trip now, you're going to see it's going to show you a little bit more information. So you got trip A, trip B, and then again, how many miles you can do, but I always leave it on the odometer. But yeah, that is your hybrid system indicator. So it shows you how charged the battery is. It shows you that EV is on right now. It will show you eco in there. So if I was to press the eco mode, oh no, sorry, it's showing up in there. So that's the eco mode. That's your power mode. And EV mode is going to say EV mode not available, low battery. So yeah, it needs to have a full battery in order to be able to operate it in EV mode. And then you've got CHG there and PWR there. So that is charge and power. So when you put your foot down on the accelerator, there's going to be a little line moving from left to right. If it goes all the way to the right, power, that means you put your foot down and you're asking all the power out of the engine and the battery. So it will go into the power grid there. If you take your foot off the accelerator, it will move all the way down to charge. And basically that means that it's charging up the battery as you're driving. If I press disp again, this is a 5-minute consumption. So every minute you get a little bar there, and it shows you how efficiently you're driving. And this is your monthly fuel consumption record, which is really nice because you got October, November, December, January, February, March. So you can track it by months. Rear seatbelt, so that shows you if there's any seatbelt fastened. Settings, and back to the energy monitor. So that's really cool, really cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There's quite a lot of stuff about this car which I absolutely love. Let's not forget the Toyota Prius was the pioneer into hybrid vehicles. They were the first to make it. Okay, some people might dispute that it was the Honda Insight, but the Honda Insight wasn't really a hybrid. It was, you could never drive the Honda inside just on the batteries. You always, the petrol engine was always working. But this was the first proper hybrid to be able to operate it on battery as well as petrol, which again, kudos to Toyota, because they just pushed the innovation forward. And yeah, I know, again, some people don't like Toyota. They think it's a cheap brand. It's definitely not cheap. Um, well, the brand itself, it's not cheap. The cars that they make are very affordable, and they're very, very cheap to maintain, and they're very cheap to run. But I can show you examples of Toyota cars. Actually, if you're looking at this video, you probably already know the reliability of Toyota. They just went above and beyond everyone else. They always top every um, uh, they're basically on top of um, every review or every magazine, every article. They always top those, because in terms of reliability and longevity, the Toyotas are above and beyond everyone else. You've got the Holy Trinity at the top. So you got Toyota, Honda, and Lexus. Obviously, Toyota and Lexus are one and the same, and then you've got Honda as well. Which, don't get me wrong, they're very reliable cars. They're just not my cup of tea, personally. I prefer Toyota, hence why I'm driving a Lexus myself as well. Right. It's getting dark out there. The sun is getting low, big guy, like the Black Widow said to the Hulk. So, yeah, I'm just going to go and park this little baby up. I think I know where I'm going to park it. It's a very quiet car, actually. Let me just put it in drive. I think the engine might kick in now, or not. I am driving on, I'm still on eco mode. So right now you can see that the power is coming from the battery to the front wheels. And it's dead quiet in here. Let me just turn the lights on as well. Not that I need to, it's still still plenty of light outside. I'm going to show you how the lights look just in there. So you can probably see that the lights are on. But yeah, they are on and they're working absolutely fine. So to get it in reverse, it's very simple. It's just like that. And I'm just going to park it next to my Nissan Leaf, which is already sold. I'm just waiting for a customer to come and collect it. And you can probably see on the camera, it's a very, very clear camera as well. You can see exactly how close you are to. There we go. Just leave it there. Push it into park. The handbrake, actually, I wanted to show you. So the handbrake is not actually a handbrake, it's a foot brake. It's a foot operated. It's right there. If you see it, it's right there. So this one, just press it down like that, and that engages the foot brake. And that's it. Nothing else that I can show you. It is an absolutely fantastic car. Like I said, there are people that absolutely love it, and there are people that absolutely hate it. If you've watched 33 minutes of a review of a Toyota Prius, then you're probably the former, not the latter. So you probably love these as well. I absolutely love them. I think they're brilliant cars, and they're a tool to serve a purpose. They can get you hundreds of thousands of miles with minimal investment. Yeah, they're just a tool. They're not a flashy car, but then again, flashy cars will always be in the garage because they're flashy, and yeah, you're gonna spend a lot of money. These are not. These are just reliable workhorses. You know, there's a reason why probably 90% of the taxi drivers prefer the Toyota Prius, because it's reliable, it's spacious, it's fuel efficient, and it will definitely get you from A to B, no questions asked. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I've rambled on for 35 minutes now. There's not much else I can say. You can probably see the heads-up display in there as well. But yeah, it is an absolutely fantastic car, and it's absolutely brilliant. I personally think it's great. If you have any questions, you can just leave them in the comments, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. Um, if you do want to come and have a look at the car, by all means, you can contact me on 01684 355032, or you can just visit our website at www.vindemautos.co.uk, or you can just email me at vindemautos@gmail.com. And with that being said, thank you very much. I really appreciate you sticking all the way to the end. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. I'm just about to set off because it is nearly, oh wow, okay, it's 20 to 8. So it's getting dark, and I'm hungry and I want to go home. Right. I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you very much. Take care and all the best. Bye bye.